I want to welcome everybody again here physically at the Cosmic Center Spiritual Light. We are located in Sarasota, Florida. And also, I want to welcome all of our Zoom family of light that's participating this way too. And we have greetings from Vonda in Norway. Hi, it's 1 a.m. in the morning. Thank you, Vonda. Thank you for bringing your light. And give my love to Norway. I'm so glad that you're doing this because I know how powerful your light is, Vonda. So thank you for making the effort. And also our beautiful family of light on Facebook. Many of the light workers on Facebook will not be receiving this currently right now. Some will. And for those of you that say, hey, I'd like to jump on and participate in the anchoring light, you can. Just look down our Facebook page and you will see the anchoring light meditation, transmission meditation. Click it, you register, and then they send you a link that you can participate, and they send it and remind you every week thereafter. So once you're registered, you're registered. But more than likely, a lot of people are going to be receiving this information later on. And for those of you that are getting this later on, not on today, August 30th at 6:45 p.m., but you will still be able at a future date to participate in the anchoring light, which has been taking place every Monday without fail for over 14 years. And there's a reason why we show up every Monday without fail for 14 years, is because we work with the higher dimensional Amishadai, the family of light. So if you're listening to this and you are resonating to this, you are part of the spiritual hierarchy. I'm here to let you know that. That's why you're resonating to it. And you could say that we are the boots on the ground because we have the physical, mental, and emotional dynamic integration with the earth. So we are closest to earth. So when we work with our higher family of light, their frequencies are way higher. You know, it's sort of like we are like the antennas that can receive. That's why most of us have developed our sixth sense, or we're intuitive, or we're psychic, or a sense of healing. You know who you are. You're a light worker, okay? And or a mystic. Whoever you are and however it comes to you, know there's something more beyond this physical, mental, and emotional experience. And so you are like the antenna for the higher frequencies of light to come in through you, okay? And actually it could be for all humans, but most certainly the ones that are awakening or awakened or have developed this part of themselves, or who have come here for a special mission, which there's many of us who have come here for that. So you know who you are. And I'm here to say, and I want to remind everybody how powerful you are. So let's talk now about what I put on here is about the negative thought forms and how it impacts our planet and why. So without going into the whole cosmology, let's just say that there are those that would consider this a fallen world. There's a whole cosmic story. You could read about it in the Pistis Sophia. A lot of the Gnostic Gospels talk about it. It's a particular theme that's all around the world, all cultures, all religious and spiritual aspects speak of some sort of disconnection. And so we're in the ascension process trying to get back into that fuller connection of which we're back. The truth is that we are powerful spiritual beings of light, and our origins are in way higher aeons. So it is, you could say we are part of the Kadmon, Adam Kadmon, the divine human, and much higher frequency than we're experiencing now, but we're still connected to that. We hold the similitude of the divine. We hold that spark, even as we are in this body wrap. Okay, so now there is a divine plan. The divine plan is to get things back into balance, okay? Bring that feminine and masculine energies back into balance, to raise the frequency where we go beyond a duality, which in this particular creation. I don't have to tell you how extreme and off balance all of that is, and bring it up into this higher frequency of the Shambhala worlds. We are part of the cosmic family. There are myriads and myriads of other worlds. As Jesus the Christ said, okay, my Father has many mansions. There are many of us that are well aware of this now. We are already operating fifth dimension, even though we're in a physical world. Our consciousness is in fifth dimension, and it goes all the way higher. So I'm just kind of speaking quickly to kind of give a little background as to how important that you are, because you hold the similitude. You are part of the family of light, and only you could do what you do. And we are in a place of choice. We could choose to do something or not. So, as the Ascended Masters always say, thank you for showing up, because all of us could be doing something else. But it is that soul urge or that pulse that pushes us, that moves us through the challenges, through the fears, like what's going on? I don't understand this anyway. Particularly you millennials, I want to tell you, you are not crazy. The world is crazy. Okay, you're good. Okay, so whatever intuition you have is saying, I'm not feeling this. I don't know about this. I don't feel I'm going to go ahead with the herd. Don't. Follow your own intuition and be your authentic self. Right now, there's a command for everybody to be their authentic selves and to follow that divine guidance that's for you. Then when you find your tribe, we come together as the family of light. And with that, we create a powerful, powerful vortex of light. And we are transmitting here from Sarasota, Florida. And what I wanted to mention, I did mention it at last week's blog. This happens to be a nodal point on the planet. Sarasota is connected to Atlantis, and that's another layer of information. But there is now and will continue to be an active, not just a portal, but a stargate here in Sarasota, Florida. Absolutely. New information coming in. So we are transmitting this energy from this very sacred place that holds a lot of ancient, powerful codes. And why we have come together in a special anchoring light is because those of us, and many of us, and we have it in our own way, a lot of people here are psychic, intuitive, they sense, they feel, and so forth. Those are real divine gifts that you have. The power of our visualization is powerful. The power of our thoughts is powerful. The power of our words, okay, which in our anchoring light, we're going to be using some very powerful words, ancient words that Jesus the Christ and other avatars of light have used, sort of like an open sesame kind of thing, but the names of God that Moses, opened the water. Yes, you can respatialize space. So none of this is like strange. When you become to a higher understanding, this makes perfect sense. It's not strange or weird or anything. And we all have the potential to do this. Many of us I know are experiencing it. I know it is. So let me share real quickly what happened and why we're doing this. Some time ago, it came to my attention that for those that may receive premonitions, and for whatever reason you get a particular premonition, I don't know why that is, but say you get a premonition and say it's a negative premonition. And so without going into the story, it was clearly guided and taught that because we also hold the similitude, we're co-creators, right? So I was like, well, what's the sense of getting a premonition if there's nothing you could do about it? I said, oh, no, wrong. There is something you could do about it. You may not be able to change it completely, but you can medicate it. Again, it's all energies. Where is the scale going to tip? And so from this experience that I had many, many years ago, I've always known that all of us are co-creators, and we have great power. Right? You have to just know, all the ascended masters, angelic realms, and so forth, they all know we have great power. Okay, but we could pull up another chair over here. Yeah, they all know we have great power. We're the ones that we have to know that we have great power and to start utilizing that power. So one of the things I wanted to just share with you is that I did pick up a couple of weeks ago. I picked up Surfside. I picked up like, different things, but I'm going to talk about what I most recently picked up. And what I most recently picked up, which was about I'm going to say a week and a half ago to 2 weeks, I did see what I would see to be is a suicide bomber. And this suicide bomber, it was in a place, it was very, very crowded. It looked to me like a New York City subway, but that's my relationship. It was just, it was packed. It was really, really packed. People were right up against each other. And in the dream experience, which is different from a dream, I recognized this person. Other people didn't recognize them, but I saw a gun and I saw the jackets, like a big bulky jacket around this person. And in dream experience, I said, wow, I need to step away from this. I knew there was danger. Well, that was the dream. So I said, this is something that's going to happen. I think I feel it's a negative thing. I was mentioning we got to do a names of God ceremony. We got to do that quickly. But the one thing with timing on these things, like, for Surfside, I got that like 5 weeks in advance. Before COVID, I got that like 6 weeks in advance. I get this like a week and a half. So we can't beat up ourselves. We can't do that. But when you become aware, then you're like, okay, what can I do now then? Because there are other very, very nefarious thought forms up there trying to create a trigger point for something else to happen, for something else to happen. And make no mistake about it. Make no mistake. There is always the push for a World War III. Always. We've been at the center. We've been here holding that peace vibration to hold that back. If it wasn't for light workers, that will have still happened. We are shifting timelines. So now the stakes are really high. They're amping up. We got to amp up, okay? As the family of light, to hold the energy to shift that intention, okay? That is what I call the anti-human intention, okay, to something better, or at least the consequences will not be as bad. Many times you'll hear, wow, this changed by a couple of seconds, or if this was the day before, this would have happened. You have no idea how powerful you are. And if we combine our intentions together and hold the light, and this is the time of the Holy Spirit, because that's who's coming in. That's the energy that's coming in. Everybody is getting upgraded, whether you're aware of it or not. The divine presence is here and upgrading everybody who is in alignment for that to happen, so we could do the work that we are here to do. So I want to join everybody here, if they would please hold the highest intention, to say or affirm that anything that is not for the highest good and benefit for humanity, okay, I now say no to that. I usually do a little symbol of the, remember the Ghostbuster symbol? It was the round thing and you slash it. Okay, I usually imprint that. I did imprint it when I did have the dream of the suicide bomber, but I guess it wasn't strong enough to for it to really change. But at any rate, whatever it is that you do, energy follows thought. That's what you got to remember. Energy follows thought. And we're going to be here. We have the circle of light here right now. We have 20 participants there on Zoom, and we have quite a few over here right now. We're all going to combine our energies, and I invite everybody in Facebook to do the same thing whenever you get this, because it's beyond time and space. Okay, it's an energetic. And so I just want to say one more thing before we start. The ascension is going to happen no matter what. As Bob Marley says, you can't stop the tide. It's happening. Our experience of it, we have some impact on that. And many, 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 many years ago, there was a show called The Price is Right. It was a show, I don't even know if they still have it, but anyhow, Oh, really? They're still around? Okay, so the price is right. And they had a door number one, door number two, door number three, and you had to choose which door, to get a surprise or, a blooper. And the basic understanding behind it is door number one, we could go through the ascension process if we raise the consciousness of humanity, fairly easily, with a lot of gnashing of teeth. Door number three is like, oh boy, these humans, they're just not getting it. So it's going to be real, real, real bumpy. And door number two is in between. I'm pushing for door number two. Let's do door number two. We could do door number two. We don't have to do door number three. We could do door number two. Okay, so just remember who you are and the power you hold. And when we come together as a family of light, we're unstoppable. Everybody in the multiverse knows that about us, except us. And I would always tell people nobody should have a self esteem problem because in the higher realms, they're like, wow, 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 we have come into the physical form, to do this work. So we are truly loved beyond measure, and thought of in the highest esteem in other levels of consciousness of which we work with. And so we are now the humanity that is waking up as to who we truly are. So with that, I'm going to say namaste to our family of light on Facebook Live. And again, if you want to join us for this transmission meditation of great power, please look on our Facebook page, and you'll see the Anchoring Light transmission. You can maybe hurry up and register for it, and you can get onto this one. But if not, there'll be every Monday without fail, over 14 years. Namaste, family of light.